Good morning. I was going to take Florence in a slightly naughty direction this morning. She bought a couple things to try to break into mailboxes, and she just finished filling a whole lot of water jugs for the diner, and she was going to do that when she was going to try a mailbox, and just as she got pulled up to the house, a cop came right up behind her. It was a complete coincidence. I mean, there's literally no reason for this cop to have been there other than he was going to Mirror Park to get gas, and it was just such a funny coincidence. It's like Florence, like, oh, I think maybe not today. But Florence has sort of been semi-adopted by the Angels of Death, because they work at Rebel Angel's mechanic shop, and she works at the Polino Diner. And basically, Chris Trusov has decided that Florence is the grandmother of all the AOD, and specifically, they had this talk about how Chris is always mothering everybody and hasn't had a mother, and Florence offered to be her mother, and so the two of them are just like, now that's it. So that means Mikhail is her son-in-law, and I don't know, it got a little complicated and specific, but it was kind of funny. So Florence is actually planting things today, and then I was going to switch to duty at some point. We actually managed to get I think we've got everything we need to make all of the plushies, which makes me happy. And like over half of the plushies have been made, which also makes me happy. It means that Sunday I won't be streaming on the St. Patrick's Day party, but I will try to get some clips. We're going to start selling these plushies as fundraisers for the Last Hope Sanctuary, and they're awfully cute. And I really wish, though, that they hadn't put like massive like text all over them, and the text is kind of weirdly wrong. It says Beansy Bear, and they're obviously rabbits, and I don't know. It's a little bit odd how it kind of slightly ruins the look to have that big text all over them, and I don't know why they did that, because it's not part of the Beansy Bear collection. This is a separate, commission, and it should, they really should have asked us what we wanted on there. I wanted it to say Puddles and Harvey, and the description would be that they're Beansy Bear original or something like that. I don't not want Beans to have credit for them, but at the same time I want them to look like special Doherty bears and not just say Beansy Bear. They're not bears anyway, they're rabbits. So, And they both have the same description, which is kind of weird. It just, I don't know. It's just they made a bunch of decisions about what this was without really, because this is definitely like a Doherty fundraiser. So why they decided to Beansy Bear it up. And I know Beans has a separate business, that they're going to do, making bears, different themed bears, but this is not part of that. But anyway, Florence is having a good hip day, so she's doing some planting for the diner. The animals are back, so she saw a whole bunch of animals yesterday driving back from filling up water jugs, and she's a little trepidatious about being eaten by mountain lions, because she actually yes, this little road here, she has this little secret garden planting spot she's been going to, and I say going to, she's literally just planted once before. There's her stick. Let's see. I need to plant more strawberry seeds for sure. So that's 11. And tomatoes. I'm gonna plant those. 22, so I just need 3 of those to go here. Somebody planted lettuce back here. Secret little plot. She could easily grow marijuana here. Easily. A private little spot. So, how is everything? I hope you're all well and you're all hydrating and everything's good. Florence is actually earning quite a bit of extra money by just harvesting and doing things for the diner, so she's quite happy about that. But she's starting to realize that, you know, it doesn't matter now. She can do whatever. It doesn't really matter. So she's thinking she might delve into what she really wants to get into and what she doesn't have the metaphor yet is weed. She likes weed. It helps with her hips, knees, and her bursitis. She's already asked her her AOD children for more weed, or grandchildren for more weed. She got weed. Actually, she didn't get the weed that she got. She didn't get from them. She got from Guadalupe at the diner. As a tip. It was excellent work on that person's part to offer weed as a tip, because that Florence is now very happy about being able to get a little Snickle Fritz join in and it also, like, the effects of it is quite long lasting. Like, I've still got armor from the last time she had her joint. Gotta eat though. I'm getting hungry. She doesn't mind taking a little bit of food from the diner. It's while she's on diner business. Of course, she is on duty, planting and doing this. So. Those lettuces were already in the storage. Should probably buy more things they need. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. We're almost done planting this, and then we can switch to planting the tomatoes, which could require a little bit more cover. I don't know that I can do it here. Everything watered. Are they keeping up with the watering? Okay. And when most people drive by here, they don't notice anything anyway. The tomato plant and isn't really gonna draw that much attention. It's really kind of bad. Like, there are all these covered rows you would think you would be able to plant in, but you can't. It's got to have grass or some kind of like soil that's acceptable. Okay, so now I gotta plant the tomato seeds. Let's see where I can go. Here, I suppose. I don't know if there is like a specific spot for the Polito Diner to plant, but Florence doesn't want to plant too far away. Hey, Butcher, how you doing? Did I notice you were actually streaming recently? Did I see that? It was at a really bad time for me. I was just checking out something and I thought I saw that you were streaming, and I wish I'd been able to watch because I was like, I had to go, but that's good. You probably didn't miss one. Or where are you playing these days? On purple, yeah. I mean, I can't with that. I was on purple for a while, and it just like it felt like such a bait and switch to me because it like really touted itself as being really civ friendly, having a lot of things for civs to do, and then it turned out it was, if one of those things is being RPG'd by Space Boy or Penta, then you're in luck because. Yeah, my friend Scott in a Box was doing that. I think he still is. I think he's really likes it, but I don't know. He played Grant on Ignite 1. Yeah. He trained me as an EMS on Ignite. Now, of course, I was already a trained EMS on their server, but you know, he was definitely my boss, and we enjoyed hanging out together. He's a real funny guy. Love him. But I just couldn't with purple. It just I really felt quite let down by that. Although, you know, quality of life, like everything was really good at the start of purple. Like I had a character from a day one character on purple, and it was good, and the the encounters were fun. There's stuff to do. It was absolutely as advertised. I like the cooking, the progress stuff. It was really nice. And then they started kind of coming up with these weird rules about you can't park anywhere, and you can't and we also had some, my RP partner got pocket wiped, and they argued it wasn't a pocket wipe because they had left him his ID, which is a very, very, very bad decision about, not it's not supporting, like, not applying rules evenly. It was literally a description in their own rules about low quality RP. I mean, it's pretty much exactly that situation, but they decided that people gave him opportunity for recourse because they weren't wearing masks. They were wearing hyena masks. So, Yeah, it was really, but it just, shook our faith in whether they were going to be doing decent, well, let's just say any server where, they literally changed tack and decided to be a content server. And that's when things started to kind of like fall apart for me. Also, we had the cops, a lot of the cops are staff and they just miraculously know where you are. It's just kind of not that fair. So let's see what I gotta get out of here. Or you really don't have to carry a hammer around, do you? Okay, what do I have to bring in here? I think was 10 water buckets and these strawberries. It's not very many strawberries to bring in. But I don't think I'm going to tell them that I'm bringing those in till I get the rest of them, but those are going to take hours to cook, so open the diner instead. Well, the thing is, it was clearly low quality RP, and they decided to side with the people who did it because they liked them. So, and they didn't know done. So. Not that she has one joint left. I'm going to put these in here. Change into our diner outfit. Back on duty because I clocked off duty in that parking lot. Put these water jugs back. So we have quite a bit. We're missing bacon. We need bacon. They've got an order in for food. They've got quite a lot of sliced tomatoes. Actually, I'll bring in the strawberries. That's for the strawberries are for the salad, and they actually have quite a lot of. They have quite a lot of salad, so we're probably going to be okay. Next, the bacon, egg, and cheese. We have no eggs. No eggs. We can't make that. So that's it. That's what we got. Well, that's good because that was bad. They shouldn't just be able to know exactly where you are and come and check your fishing license and steal stuff from out of your trunk, which is what they did to us. Fined us for parking on the beach, where they shouldn't have known that we were on the beach in the first place, unless they're mind readers. We don't have a little ping in real life that says, oh, there's a person on the beach. Let me find the diner poster. Oh, actually, I've got it saved in a different place. Because I don't like the link. And I had taken the blip off because I wasn't was farming, so she just literally was going to try robbing a mailbox, and cop pulled up behind her by complete coincidence, and so she's been scared off doing that today. She's having these thoughts, though. She's having thoughts. I'm gonna put some music on the jukebox, but then I have to go stream remote because I think it's DMCA appropriate. Music. '50s retro diner music. I don't think it's actually. I think it's kind of original music, but it might be okay. But um, I'm gonna go streamer mode anyway. Okay. The diner is open. We are on the map. Florence is here for your feeding needs. Yeah, I feel like Purple kind of lost its way. It literally decided to be a content server to cater to some bigger streamers, and that's always a problem on the server. It ends up, that there's an unequal application of rules. There's just, you're just making these weird decisions about, oh, all of a sudden, we'll just spawn in a whole bunch of weird weapons for these people that we like, and you're just going to let yourself get shot by them, and it's going to be so much fun. And it's like same thing on there's other servers that are very similar. Prodigy, the CG server. You gotta go there because you want to clout chase with the CG streamers and you don't really care about your. And that's not fair because there's a lot of good role players on it. It just ends up being what they think that you're there for, So it's just kind of like, bleh. I'm not there to kiss, anybody's ass. Like a friend of mine sent me a clip or a YouTube that's actually Mr. K, and it's clear that they're very, very proud of that scene that they did with him. His, basically just really using manipulating a couple of small players for their own purposes, and it's clear they're very proud of it. Yeah, it's to the point where I made a YouTube video of how wonderful, and here he is, it's just really randomly grabbing and exploiting these people. And I guess, if you like that kind of role play, it's good. But I just was really felt like they just imposed RP on, like, forced RP. It's not mutual. It's not, the people are not given a chance to really do the scene. They're just there to kind of, I mean, you could, if you knew it was going to happen, you could kind of get your head around it and come up with something really clever. But a lot of people can't come up with stuff like that, like really quick on the spot. Especially people who are relatively, I don't know, new to RP, or if they're just new to a server and they haven't really established what they want to do with their character yet. In this case, people have been RPing for quite a long time, but I think that's their first whitelist server. So I think they just weren't really sure how much to inject themselves in the scene or just let it go. And I think they let it go, and it was just, And then the people in the comments and in the chat were saying shitty things about them, and it's just like, you know what? Just no, no, I don't need that. And also, it is comfort level. Like, at some point, like when I first started on freestyle, I was not comfortable. The second night I got pocket wiped. Not pocket wiped, but I got really low quality RP robbed. They just took money, but they did the classic example of low quality RP where they came, they showed up in their car, they jumped out with their guns, they said hands up, and they robbed us and they left. No talk, no scene, just you're an ATM, you're an NPC piggy bank, I'm just grabbing your money. And I commented on that, like that was my first ever post on the I think my first ever post on the Freestyle Discord was to ask, how do you get player numbers to report them? No, they didn't yell initiation. They didn't yell initiation. There were like four of them. They jumped out of a four-seater vehicle. They were all masked up. They blacked out. And they said, hands up. And they dropped us alive. And there, I was talking to another character. We were having a conversation. Yeah, but you can report, and then they tell you no, it's not low quality RP because the person wasn't wearing a mask when it was reported they were wearing a hyena mask. So sorry, but report is all very well if they take the reports, like if they show good judgment and they do side with people who are actually reporting rule breaks. But when they don't, when they say no, it's not a rule break, guess what? You just roll with the punches. It's a crime server, blah blah blah. It's like no, that's not fair. That's a double standard. But yeah. So on freestyle, I said I wasn't even reporting it. I was just saying, how do I even get numbers to report? So somebody told me in the thread, and I said, this is a situation that happened, and almost immediately, I got an offer to, like, if I looked at when it happened, they might be able to figure out who took the money, and then would be able to get it back for me, which it wasn't really. She was carrying like $100, so it wasn't really the problem. But a lot of people like supportively said that, yeah, report that next time. And I said, well, it's like my second day on the server. And then somebody started playing devil's advocate and said, well, they were robbing, they were going to go do some kind of job. So they had RP about this, and they prepped for it, and they decided what they were going to do. And you should just roll with the punches. And I said, well, I did roll with it. But it's still shitty to be treated like an ATM. And I get some role play? Like, I'm supposed to get some role play here. Just treat me like an NPC and rob me. So at that point, the server owner, Wales, chimed in and said, yeah, it's Dogwater RP. That's not our standard. We don't want that. So I felt very supported, and like, we didn't get that double standard of, oh yeah, but those guys, they went on to do a really great scene, and you could do a victim scene. You could go to the police and report it, blah blah blah. But that's not really the point. The point is not what I make of it afterwards. It's still shitty RP at the time. So give everybody a little scene. It wouldn't have taken that much. It would not have taken that much to make that into a decent little scene. And I didn't mind losing the money. Never mind being robbed or taken hostage or anything, as long as I get a little fun scene out of it. I don't care. That's what I'm here for. Well, part of what I'm here for. It's not necessary to do a big protracted scene, because then the other guy said, well, how was he going to take give you a really long discussion? See, that's not necessary at all. All it has to be, like, I got taken hostage once by somebody dressed as Santa Claus and some elves. Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to do that, right? Judy finally got taken hostage. Judy hadn't been taken hostage before, and she was on the server for a long time before she got taken hostage. And the guys were dressed as Santa Claus and elves, so the server started in January, so you can imagine this is like November, December. And they gave her such a fun little scene. Just the kidnapping part, and then going to the 24/7, and then the scene with the cops, and they asked if she was on the naughty list, and they just did something, and it was fun. Every hostage scene I've ever done, and I used to do them all the time on No Pixel Public, until my character became known as an EMS, and then they kind of stopped. but I used to get taken hostage quite a bit, and it was always a fun time. Like, the people understood this person is part of our little scene that we're doing here to rob this bank or whatever, and they include you in the scene, and they give you some stuff to work with, and it's fun. You have this little banter, and you just but it's there's not a ton of people on the server, to be honest. And definitely, oh, Burger Shut's open. That's why nobody's coming here. Okay, well, that's fine. We're here for a little while. If it doesn't work out, we can switch to another character. It's fine. I do kind of want to play Harvey. I don't really play Harvey on stream very much. Harvey is my rabbit. He wears a cowboy hat and he hops around. He and the other rabbit on the server. There's two rabbits on the server, and we were talking about it. Actually, we were just DMing each other yesterday or the day before because it has worked out that Judy and Ricky, Judy, my pub owner character, and Ricky live in Mirror Park, and they ended up adopting a little three-legged girl rabbit named Puddles. Okay, it's just this is all RP, but Puddles was owned by somebody else, and they left the server, so Puddles was, turned into animal art kind of thing, and so the person, Chris Trusoff from AOD, is a veterinarian and was trying to find a home for this little rabbit. And Judy and Ricky went over and talked to her about it and immediately offered to adopt Puddles. And Puddles chose them, and now Puddles lives with Judy and Ricky. Next door to Judy and Ricky are Iris and Kane, who have been longtime friends of my rabbit Harvey. And they are now officially adopted Harvey. And then they decided to get jobs at the pub. So both rabbits belong to people who work at Doherty's pub. And also Beans, one of their other characters. Hi, Square Eyes. How are you? I was sneaking in I was lurking in your stream the other day. I do a lot of lurking in your stream on work days. Oh yeah, I lurk quite a bit in your stream on work days. I just listen and quiet because I'm having to work, so I can't really type. But no, my bunny was not in the saloon in Valentine. Is there another bunny? I haven't played my bunny on Badger Hollow for a while. A very friendly bunny? Well, it might be another bunny player. I think it was just a regular bunny came into the saloon. If you ever see, like, you've seen my bunny. Patty has met my bunny, so he knows that I do a bunch of stuff, including squeaking. Yeah, I mean, there is a loop. Yes, you do. Yeah, I'm a Square Race fan. I gotta admit. I was just saying, what a strange coincidence it is that both the Freestyle Bunnies are both like owned by people who work at Doherty's pub, and now we have the plushies, which I'd have to switch to Duty to show you, and a Rusty Trekkie who plays the other bunny. It also plays Beans, and Beans has keys to Doherty's because Beans does drops off product for Doherty's. And Beans and Judy had the scene the other day where they met in the picking cotton and having this discussion about whether Puddles and Harvey would approve of being plushies for Doherty's fundraiser for the Last Hope. And we decided that they would approve. But the two of us were having this conversation as Beans and Judy, and both of us play Harvey and Puddles, so it was so funny. Yes, I have been in Square Eyes' stream and seen that Hopeless Heart has a sword. So that is a thing that happens. Yes, bunny plushies. There's bunny plushies. I know. I feel everybody's going to want them. There's only 200 of each type. It's limited edition. We're going to sell them for $500, and like 80% of the profits is going to go. Like 80% of the the takings are going to go to the last hope. That's a very I was working out the logistics about it. I could go higher. I could make it 90%, but the reason I want the money for the other 10% or 20% is so I can reward Iris and Kane for doing all the work to get these plushies done. Oh, it was nice you dropped by. Thanks everyone for coming by. I'm great art. I don't do the great art. My late husband was an artist, and I've just been using that name for years on the internet, so I just used it on Twitch. And I am very, very late to all of this stuff, the RP, computer games in general. I'm a very late bloomer, as in I didn't touch this stuff till I was 62 years old. And I'm now going on 65, and I'm still enjoying every day where I do RP. Do GTA RP here on Freestyle. I am on another server, but I haven't really done that much on it. Neon Rewind, which is a 1985 server. I was hoping there was a new modern day server opening, but apparently they've run into problems with getting devs, so it's kind of on hold for now. And I also RP do Red Dead RP on Bench Hollow RP, which we might do some of. Today is technically speaking, I do Freestyle Fridays, so I play as many of my characters as I can on Fridays. Sunday, I have to be on Freestyle, but I don't normally stream on Sundays. But I mean, I could change my mind. But the thing is, it's the music. I'm not sure I would enjoy St. Patrick's Day if I can't hear the music. Did you? I have a character on Freestyle who's on that I can't actually remember her name. Hang on. Only played her once or twice. What is her name? Wendy. Her name is Wendy. We've already had the as in Peter Pan, so she's Wendy, and Wendy's definitely not. I mean, I did take her to the hospital. Vicos had actually messaged me and said, "Do you want to do a medical character on here?" And I'm like, well, I don't know, because I'm really kind of burned out on emergency medicine. I really haven't been playing Brenda on here. I brought Florence back out. Florence, I almost permed Florence. I was so close to perming Florence, and then I decided, okay, there's one day. If things go well for her today, she can live. If they go badly, toes up. And things went really well for her that day. And she got enough money to buy her truck, and she has, her wheels again. She has her independence. Then she got this job at the diner. She was made an experienced employee pretty much right away, so she's making decent money. She's helping them out with the produce and stuff, and more or less keeping out of trouble. Although she has completely been adopted by AOD as their grandmother. Things are looking up for Florence. She also is making a certain amount of side money, making like growing stuff for the diner. So she's making decent money. She probably has almost as much or more money than Judy right now, or Brenda. She's up there in terms of being able to support herself. She hasn't got a place to live yet. That's the next project, is going to be finding Florence a place to live. I would like to get Florence a house in Polito, but when did I put this poster up? Nobody's come. Burger Shot is open, so that's a problem. A few people are in. Oh, it's only been 20 minutes. It's only been 20 minutes, unfortunately. Okay, I don't think there's a lot that needs to be done, actually, because I think we're missing ingredients. There's an order in. It makes some. Oh, yeah, we need the strawberries for strawberry milkshakes. I have planted lettuce. We have hardly any lettuce. There isn't even a lot of prepper stuff I could do. I could cook some chicken breasts. That's about it. Waffles, we have 40 made. Waffles are made out of potatoes, which is not quite, not something I really understand. Cook some chicken breasts. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, you have a good time, Boot. Oh, that's good, Hopeless. I ran into Clyde Lawton on Wendy right away, and he told her how to do towing, the tow job. So he got her set up. And I believe they fixed the tow truck, so they're not made out of tissue paper anymore. So that's good. I just haven't really like we've had stuff to do on freestyle this whole couple of weeks. Like the whole thing with the plushies, we've been doing nonstop picking cotton because it's so they made the recipe for the plushies so labor intensive that we've barely been able to open the diner because everybody's spent all week picking cotton, making fabric. So that's been a real problem. But we are through that phase now. We have got, I think, everything we need for the rest of the plushies. If we don't, I haven't heard about it. And I really just wanted to get a bulk of it done for St. Patrick's Day because I want to strike while the iron is hot at the event. I've got a poster for it. I've got a trivia game. We're going to do a mass river dance. I've already picked the music that we're going to do that to. Um, I think we're in good shape for that. So I wanted to do a car raffle as well, but I wanted the city's help with that. Mayor Isaac, when Isaac was mayor, promised this would be a city sponsored event, so they would get help from the city. But no, it's not written down anywhere. It's not part of anybody's plan. So Judy needs to talk to the new mayor, which is Jason Winters. So Jason and Judy know each other really well. They were next door neighbors. Um, Jason's house in Mirror Park he sold, and then it got sold again, and it got sold to Iris and Kane eventually. So, but Jason and Judy were neighbors in Mirror Park for quite a while on 1.0, so they know each other pretty well. And so there's nothing written down by Isaac about the city sponsoring this event at all. The poster is written in a like that it's a Los Santos St. Patrick's Day because I wanted to kind of to be a city thing, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. They're fine one way or the other. Like if they can't afford. And then we're having a bit of a discussion about. I think they might get Firebolt from Pine Ridge because it makes sense because Ricky is also a manager at Pine Ridge. We can get it at the low minimum cost. I think it's just a question of biting the bullet and doing that, and then Iris can fix it up, and we can make a raffle. I don't know how to do raffles, and I don't want Judy to have to do it. I'm going to get Iris and Kane to do it because Iris and Kane are so good at this stuff. Iris and Kane are good at everything. And it's been so lucky. I'm really, really thankful that Big 50 and Sorsha decided to have their characters work at Doherty's. It's been such a blessing for us because we just are so used to having to do it all ourselves. And it's so difficult. It's so difficult to be the only ones who open and the only ones who, but then we got lucky because Rusty Truckie's Dottie decided to open, to work at Doherty's. So we got that dealt with. And we figured out the accommodations for the wheelchair. Hello. someone
Hi.
there. Hello.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm in the kitchen. I'll be right out.
Oh, okay.
It's
No
okay.
problem.
Okay.
I just
I was like, I don't see you.
no, I'm behind the wall. There's a little place where I can talk through the wall here, and I hear when people come through. So I'm just
Nice.
finishing up doing a little bit of cooking, and I'll be right out there to take your order.
That's perfectly okay.
Dinah. I need the Dinah calculator. Okay, I'm just finishing up here. I'll be right out. There we go. Let me just put these away, and then I'll be right there.
No, you're good, hon. You're good.
After I look at something, I have to re-equip the cane. Okay. Oh, you've had a chance to look at the menu. That's good.
Yeah, I'm looking over the menu. What's the most filling option you have?
I think it's the chicken and waffles. It's very popular.
Well, I will take 2 salads, 2 pancakes, and 2 chicken and waffles.
Okay, is this on the same bill or is this two separate bills? Is this on the same bill or two separate?
It can go on the same bill. What do you
Yeah,
want?
it can go on the same. It's
What
alright.
would you like, sir?
I'm probably gonna go with 2 chicken and waffles, 2 bacon, egg, and cheese, and 2 banana milkshakes.
Okay, and you don't need anything to drink, young lady? You're good? You don't need anything to drink, young lady? You good?
Oh no, I make my own pineapple juice.
Ah, okay. I'll be right back with your food.
Alright.
Okay, 4 chicken and waffle, 2 pancakes,
Sweet old lady.
Yeah.
2 backs, 2 salads, and 2 banana
They got a
milkshakes.
dog bed in here. I'm hoping
4 chicken and waffles, 2 pancakes, 2 salads, 2 backs,
Ooh, and a juice box.
and 2 milkshakes. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
excuse me.
sorry.
Let me just get through here and I'll bring you up. Okay, the total is going to be $250 on the dot. Is that going to be cash or charge?
Charge please on card ending in 108.
Okay, and let me get this on the tray for you.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
There you go.
Thank you. Honey, you want to grab your stuff from the tray?
Alright.
Well, thank you for coming to the diner today. It's been quite quiet since I opened, so.
Oh, no problem at all. What was your name, hun?
Oh, my name is Florence.
Nice to meet you, Florence. I'm
Nice to
Lena.
meet you.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm Jamie.
You're Jamie, and what's your name?
Lena.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Are you pretty new to the city, or have you been here a while and I
Oh,
just haven't seen you?
I'm an old timer in the city.
Okay, I guess I just haven't crossed paths with you before.
Yeah, sadly we haven't. Well, I mean, maybe you have. I'm a captain in the LFPD.
I don't think so. I can't say that I've done much. I used to work at the hen house back in 1995, and I also used to try to run the library at Davis, but the city didn't really want me, so I had to do it at a volunteer basis. I used
Oh,
to have reading programs there, but nobody came to them.
I
well,
see.
hopefully they'll bring something back like that in the city. I think that a lot of people could benefit from reading classes.
Well, it's just that there's a librarian they've hired who just does a terrible job at organizing the books. It makes it very difficult. I mean, it's not the Dewey Decimal System, it's not the Library of Congress. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh
Books are all
goodness,
over the place, and
sounds like
there's
a mess.
multiple copies in different places. It's just a mess. And every time I organize it, they just mess it all up again.
Right.
Wow.
It's very difficult. And, I did have these reading programs based on the titles that they have, which is rather meager and very, not very well organized. But I used to try my best at having programs. But only one person
Totally get
ever
that.
came to any of my programs.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that.
no, I
But I
had to give
mean,
it. I basically gave it up after the monsoon. It just was too difficult to keep going. I
I
had to
feel that.
cancel a program because of the monsoon. I think there was that hurt. That I had to come up here,
Yeah.
and I had to stay at the refugee camp in Sandy. It was very difficult.
Yeah, it was a definitely a difficult time when that monsoon came through. Just the fear in the city.
It was a
Yeah, I
I
heard
mean,
terrible,
about
I have.
that.
always a terrible weekend. I can tell you.
Oh yes, absolutely.
If you
I
were
do
with the police,
appreciate you
then it
having the
was.
diner open today.
Yes, well, I mean, I think Burger Shot was open, but I'd like to give people an alternative when I can. I was doing some
Oh, we were
farming
out
earlier.
hunting, so
Oh, okay.
you
So
being open up here is perfect for us.
yes, but I saw about 6 deer yesterday when I was driving toward Grapeseed from. I hadn't seen animals in a long, long time, but I guess they're. I don't know. I saw some deer yesterday, so that's good.
Yeah, maybe it's all the bait that the hunters are putting down because they're just everywhere now.
Is there like a special place where they have to hunt, or can they just hunt anywhere?
They're
I
supposed to
believe.
stick into the wilderness area, but some people venture off to places they shouldn't.
Oh, well, I mean, the place where I saw the deer was on that, what's it called? North Calafia Way. Um,
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
deer
those are
are all
just the
over the
wild
place now.
ones.
yeah, I'd gone to that river, off the Cassidy Trail, and I was on my way back to Grapeseed. I had filled my water buckets, and there were deer all along there. Deer everywhere.
Wow.
My mom's having a little bit of a
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
on our
hiccup
way
thing
back
where
because
are
we
you?
live up in North Calafia,
Oh,
and
okay.
we were on our way back up this way, and I mean we're seeing deer everywhere.
Yes, there's definitely a lot of wildlife. I guess the cougars, mountain lions, will be back as well.
Yeah, she knows all about the cougars.
If there's something for them to eat, they come back. If there's nothing for them to eat, they wander off. So I think that's what happened. If the deer had wandered off, then the prey animals would go as well.
Right.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Um. But do you know if there's anywhere that we can get venison meat uh to eat?
I don't believe so. Um, I thought at one point they might have opened a food store, but I don't think they've done that. It's going to
We'll
be
keep
up
our
here in
eyes peeled.
Polito, I think, but I don't know that they've done
Okay.
that.
'Cause
Sorry, my
I
nose is
thought that there
running.
was a place where I could get some deer meat, but I guess not.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
hunt
I
for
don't know
deer,
offhand.
does it not come with meat? If you hunt for deer, do they not give you the meat?
Yeah, you get the
Mm,
carcasses and everything from them, but you can only sell it. You can't cook it in any way,
Well,
sadly.
that's too bad, because that would be a lovely thing you could throw on the barbecue.
Oh yeah, if
yeah.
I could make him Bambi burgers, he would be
good eating.
He'd be scrubbing my floors with a toothbrush. Let me say it that way.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. Then what we'll do is the next time we go hunting, we'll save one of the carcasses, and we'll see if we can put it on the grill at home and see if we can make some food.
Yeah, maybe we'll try that.
You could try
Alright,
it for sure.
well, I need to go get some 38 special rounds and get some sleep. I am tired.
Oh, well, thank you very
Alrighty.
much for coming in, Jamie and Lena. I very much appreciate it. It's been very quiet here.
No
Oh
problem. I
well.
hope you have a great rest of your night or
Yeah.
day for that matter.
Yes, it's a lovely day. It's only, I feel like it's, early yet. So, it's good. I I was here doing some farming, I just, I planted
Oh
some
yeah,
things
no,
for the
we
diner. We have
work for the farm,
yeah,
so
we have an
we
order
get it.
coming in from the farm. Supposedly, I think Tiffany made the order, but see, what
Nice.
Mr. Hinson, who's the new owner here, I don't think he's really quite got the swing of what's needed yet. He only ordered like 100 flour or something, and he's like, that's just really not enough, Mr. Hinson. So I talked to Tiffany, and she ordered like 300 of a number of things that we needed. So I'm hoping we get that order soon. I
I
can't
was gonna say
do
I didn't see that order
all.
come through for here, but I
Oh
could be
goodness.
wrong.
Well, if you check, I mean, Tiffany said she put it in. I know that we're very desperately in need of bacon. I don't know whether they order that as pig meat or bacon, but we're very like we don't have any eggs as well. Um,
Oh
so we
goodness.
desperately need those things. I can collect eggs. That is one of the things I can do. But
Oh,
only
we
on
know how
days
to do
when.
things on the side too,
Oh
but
yeah, only on
there's
days when I have good hips and knees. I can't really bend down. And I had
oh,
to
I
milk a
feel
bunch of
that.
cows yesterday because we had no cheese, no milk, and that was very, it's not a good day for me today after that.
They should definitely put in a larger order with the farm because I will tell you, with the farmer's tools, it's definitely a whole lot easier for us to do
Well,
it than
yes, it is, and I we don't mind doing little bits, but it's too much to expect us to totally supply the diner, and I don't think he does. I think he just doesn't know how much to order yet. So I think we
yeah,
just have
maybe
to.
give some suggestions.
Yeah, I think if you have maybe any past orders that Julia and Kiva did, you could let them know, what how often they ordered and what they typically ordered. Like things
Oh, I'm
like
sure the
I
management team
can
does.
pick the apricots and the cherries, but I mean they're you don't get very many, at a time. So that is another one of the things I can do is get the apricots and cherries, but we need those for our salad.
Right.
And strawberries. I just planted some strawberries because we're out of strawberries again, and we need those for the milkshakes it's just we need a lot, and I know Mr. Hinson wants to expand the menu a little bit and see if he can get like burgers, which is what a lot of people want at a diner, or I would like
Oh
meatloaf
yeah.
myself, but I don't know.
Right.
Hi, Trekkie. Hi,
Well, I mean, it is
folks.
quite the possibility. I mean, I know there's some
Yeah.
people that just enjoy farming on the side that might want to do something like that.
Oh, I enjoy it. I like being out in nature and doing, see, there's birds and, it's lovely to be out there. But, it would also be
It
nice
does
to
take a
do it.
lot.
Yeah, it takes a lot to keep this place going because it's very popular. Hi, folks. How
All
are you
right.
doing?
Well, I know I've got to go get her to the ammo shops. That way she can get some 38 special,
Oh yeah, I saw
Yes,
that.
indeed. Well, there's one very,
and then
very
I need to
close
get
to
on
here.
shift.
One very close to
All
here,
right.
so you're in a good place for it. Just down
Alrighty.
the road here, and you can get to the ammunition.
All right. Well,
All
I
right.
do
You
thank
have a
you.
great you have a great day, hun. Good
Yes,
shift.
you too. Lovely to meet you.
You too.
Off duty, please. Florence almost committed her first crime today. Well, I mean, it's not technically her first crime. She's stolen a bunch of cars. But Florence, I was sort of hoping Florence would run into Dottie at some point, but I don't think Dottie necessarily comes up here that much. Florence was farming too. And Florence actually she got she went to U-Tool and bought some, handy tools to have around the house if she had a house, and she was going to try breaking into a mailbox. And she had to experiment, to see what tool she needed. But just as she was pulling up to the house, a police officer came right up behind her, and he was just going to the gas station. It was a complete coincidence, but it just spooked her. It definitely spooked her. Ah, hug. Thank you. So we are in much better position with the plushies than we were. Thanks to Beans, we have plushies. Yeah, she's put her tools away in her truck, so she doesn't have to carry around her tools. But she does want to experiment with a little bit of low-level crime. And it would have been perfect, like, because there were cops on the server. I thought this is perfect, she could suffer consequences. She could have, Although I do feel, and this is theories we're going to have to test, is if people, like older people and people in wheelchairs, do not get suspected of things. Because they can't possibly be criminals. They're just, innocent. Look how innocent she looks. Little old lady, look. I know from being in your stream earlier, I didn't see it, but I know you mentioned that cops had questioned Dottie about some thefts that have happened around the Dories. Yes, well, it's funny because last time I played Florence last night, and she went and milked cows, which I didn't really want her doing, but it was like so desperate that we had nothing, and Wayne just failed to order enough things. So she went and milked cows yesterday, and something was going on in the farmhouse, that Melbourne Supreme and that Supremology group have taken over the farmhouse there. And she pulled up, and I wasn't really paying that much attention, and I was listening to a YouTube video or something, and so I wasn't really listening. And then I pulled up, parked, walked over to grab the buckets, and then I looked, and there was like this massive billowing smoke coming out of the farmhouse, and then the police came over and questioned Florence about whether she'd seen or heard anything. And I literally heard nothing because I was just oblivious, and I wasn't expecting anything to be happening. So I can make some. No, I can't really make marshmallows. This will be strawberry milkshakes. We don't have enough strawberries. I have 22 strawberries. Could make a couple, but I don't know. No, it's just a coincidence. It's and they didn't suspect her. They didn't, like, my goodness, there's a crime in this area, and you're the only person in this area. One of the things I feel like it's really good cops don't use the mechanic of you're the only player here kind of thing. You're the only person here. I have seen that happen where, for example, lifers in the prison. There were 2 lifers in the prison, and they got pings about illegal activity in the prison, but they came and immediately assume it's those people. The prison is technically full of people. They're NPCs, but it's full of people. So the fact they immediately decide the players are the ones doing it, which is correct, but still, it's kind of meta to, not act like those NPCs are real people who might be getting up to things. And every time this happened, it got, they got pinged and made excuses. And to be fair to the cop, they let it go twice before, but it was just like beeline to the player. You're doing this. No, I'm not. why would I be doing that? Blah, blah, blah. And the guy had, emptied his pockets correctly and everything, was taking precautions. But it just kind of, it's a little midi to just come up to the only players and then say, you must be doing it. It's basically taking advantage of the fact that, these NPCs can't ping like real players. And it's just not, you gotta be careful about stuff like that. She was making, cooking chicken before they came in. I just want to put a bit more time in and then I'm going to switch to maybe Harvey. Growing lettuce, growing more strawberries, and growing more tomatoes. We do have lots of sliced tomatoes. We have no eggs. This is where eggs would be if we had eggs. We have apricots because of Florence. We have this cheese and milk is because of Florence, or at least part of that milk. Somebody went and made a whole bunch of water, which is great. The cherries are here because of Florence. I think 100 of this flour came from Fieldstone, but most of it is Florence. We need more sugar. And Florence bought more seeds today, but she's keeping them because they shouldn't have to pay for the seeds and the produce too. I don't know. It feels weird. I don't know what most people do. They do charge for the farming stuff and the produce, or just those produce. I kind of want to take her out and do a little crime with her, but there are cops around. And those 2 cops were going on duty too, so. But I kind of want more people to meet Florence before she kind of starts dabbling more in crime. I've got a kind of conflict. Like today was going to be a little exploration just to get her the meta on how to do these things. Going to try mailboxes and maybe parking meters. So but the thing that I mentioned, like good RPers will not, like if I'm literally the only player in Polito right now, if she hits, a parking meter or something, they shouldn't assume she did it. And I do hope they would do that. I think it really depends on whether it's a really good RPer or somebody that's got a W mentality that wants to just arrest people because they want the arrest RP, they want the winning RP, but they don't necessarily think, wait a minute, does this make sense? Would they know that this old lady had hit this parking meter? But I think we've got some really good cop players on here who will like reward you for coming up with a good excuse. Okay, we've got lots of cooked chicken, so that's good. And we've got lots of raw chicken, so we're good with chicken. Bananas were not bad. Apricots we now have some because Florence brought in like 100 cherries and 70 apricots. Now we have 66, so we're good. The Becks, though, we can't make because we don't have any eggs. And we need more bacon. But Florence cannot kill pigs and cows. She just can't. Boko, your character is not a cop, is it? You don't have a cop character. I'm pretty sure one of your characters is Matt. Did one of your characters meet Judy? Were they in the pub? Yeah. I mean, they've and depending on which cop you get, yeah, no cop characters. Okay, depending on which cop you get, it can be very like. I think you get some really good cop RP here. And there are many cops on here who are more than happy to take an L as long as they have some fun. And unlike other servers, that sort of encourage you to use rat strats and get away and everything, I think there's a lot more understanding that Lou met Judy. Okay. There's a lot more understanding that these are scenes and that you're not supposed to just immediately win or, immediately lose the cops. I think there's a lot of understanding on this server that it's much more fun for everybody if you let things play out a little bit more. And I've saw some really good sportsmanship. The reason that I'm doing this at all is because of following a player called Felix Lalou on No Pixel Whitelist. Watched him for a long, long time, and he had a crim character for a long time, and then he started playing a cop, and his cop was so good about, okay, that was scuffed, that shouldn't happen, that person shouldn't be cuffed, so he will find a way to uncuff them and let the scene continue. And he did that a lot, where circumstances just messed up they're scuffed, there's this, there's that. He was given those chances as crim by really good roleplay cops, and he returned the favor. Like, he kept that going. Hijinks on the beach, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly it. Like, why would you send somebody to prison, and give them a whole bunch of charges if you just get the car back, It's an NPC car, nobody's hurt. You get the little scene, you get to have a nice little bit of dialogue, you get to make an excuse or something. I really think a lot of the cops get it, that, you don't have to come down heavy on everything. I'd like to think if Florence gets done for doing low-level crime, which she's going to start getting into, because Script Boy's character, Guadalupe, got her going on the marijuana. She now really enjoys the feeling she gets in her hip and knee, the pain relief and the good sleep. So she's really looking for more of that. She has one of those cigarettes left. She talked to her quote-unquote grandchildren at AOD yesterday about getting some more. Ooh, like that Snicker Fritz. Sounds like a bookie. Yeah, I know. I haven't been actually doing the counter work at the diner that much because I've been farming for the diner. More tip, yes. Yes, Florence needs to actually do more shifts at the diner and not just farm. But I've been so busy on Judy getting all the cotton for the plushies this week. It's been very difficult. So this week we spent a lot of extra time doing. Couldn't even open the pub. We had to do a lot of just harvesting cotton, because they don't understand. Like, if you want a quantity of something in a hurry for a special event or something, they made the recipe be 8 fabric. Now, every fabric is 2 cotton. There's 6 cotton. No, there's 12 cotton plants, and you get 2 from each. So every time you go around, it's 24, which is just over, 1 plushie. No, 1 plushie. No, I say that. It's just really, it is. Anyway, if we multiply it up, we needed 7,000 some cotton. It does take a while. And then you need plastic. Plastic is at least your worries, because plastic you can buy at reasonable prices. Judy bought over 1,000 plastic. What did she buy? Yeah, she had 1,000 plastic from somebody who offered her lower, under market price for it, because he had it. Yeah, 8 fabric per plushie and 4 plastic. We were told originally that it was 4 fabric and 8 plastic, which would have been a lot easier. And when we found out it was the reverse, we were like, oh my God, there's so much farming we have to do. And we had like hours. We had Iris, Kane, Judy, and Ricky hours of picking cotton, and we still only had about half of what we needed. So every so often, I would just go in the early morning before work and have Judy pick 400 cotton, because I could do about 400 before I start screaming internally. Oh my goodness, what a mess. I feel like putting up a sign that it's really clean, but I'd been in so many bathroom stalls that looked exactly like this. Yeah. 2 rounds of cotton picking. And the problem is, it's not just like, it takes 2.5 minutes. No. Yeah, about that. Maybe 3 minutes to do all of the rounds. Like a round of the plants, if you don't mess up too much. And it doesn't sound like much, but because there's so much running, 3 plushies. Yeah, it's I find it it doesn't sound like much, but when you start doing it, it's really a lot. Like, to have to do 400 plushies in a short period of time, because Beans didn't even have the job to do the plushies and was in the ICU. So we ended up with that little problem of having to get, this week we had to get all that stuff ready. And then you have to go in the city to make the fabric, and then you have to go all the way up to the lumberyard to make the plushies. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. So it's not negligible. And if you're just topping up and you're making 20 or something, that's not so bad. But if you have to make 400 in a rush, it's a lot of work. And I asked, Judy sent a fax to Isaac before he passed. Nick's killed off Isaac, which is so sad. How much do they weigh? I don't remember, but they're not light. The fabric is pretty heavy. Beans and Elena took all the fabric from Doherty's and the plastic and went up and did the first 200 plushies. And it took them a long time. But at least the 2 of them can make it. I thought it was only Beans at first, but Elena can make them too. That's because they've tied they've tied it to the Last Hope. So they're the only 2 that can do it. And Last Hope is not technically a job, but I don't know. It just got a little bit weird there, because I think they just made some assumptions about what this was, that Beans had been commissioned by Doherty's through her business. Oh, hello, young man.
Ew.
You got a very nice, colorful shirt on today.
I had an event.
Oh, lovely. Did you want something to eat?
I would love a couple stacks of pancakes and a couple banana milkshakes.
Okay, we can make that happen. I don't know that I'd ever actually do banana milkshake. Okay. All right. Is that going to be cash or charge for you? It's $70.
Okay.
Cash?
Yeah, cash.
What did that say? 116? Uh, 70. Did you get that?
Yep. Easy.
Fantastic. I've got a new billing system coming up. It's
Easiest money
the
I've ever had to spend.
Oh, these are very delicious. I do like coming in and making pancakes for
are.
people. It's satisfying.
And they're so yummy. I had a stack earlier today.
Oh, that's good.
They were delicious. I think one of the new hires here was open and serving. Lovely girl from WA, Australia. So,
Oh
hi,
yes,
Lily.
yes, Ellie. And no, what's his name? Ellie. Dean.
I think so.
Yes. Yes, she came in.
I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, she came in looking for a job while I was here, and I took down her information and passed it on to Mr. Hinson and Tiffany. Who, Mr. Hinson is the owner, and Tiffany is the manager. And I know they must have managed it because yesterday when I came in, she was hired and behind the counter. And I love that
Yeah.
because I know that she's got different hours to a lot of the staff here, so that helps this place stay open when other people need it.
I mean, I saw the place was open. I came right here.
That's good. Well, I'm glad I was able to help. We really haven't been busy, so I was thinking about closing it, but I want to give people a chance to get up here and get their waffles on.
Yeah, and with Burger Shot being currently open as well.
Yes, there is that too. So I won't
Mhm.
probably stay open that long. I did plant some vegetables, but I still have to wait a bit for them to be ready. So I might go lay my head down for a little while. But like I said, I wanted to make sure I put in at least an hour of time to make sure that people had a chance to come up if they wanted. Not everybody
Yeah,
wants greasy
well,
food.
I know, right? It's too heavy in my stomach.
I know it's a diner and everything, so we're not above using some butter ourselves, as you can tell from the pancakes. But we do try to make it a little bit healthier, and it's just definitely farm fresh. Burger Shot, I
And
know.
it definitely feels lighter.
Yeah, Burger Shot, I know has been trying very hard to improve, and they don't no longer use frozen cream pies, for example. They make them fresh, which is nice.
Oh, I love a fresh cream pie.
Oh, me too. I just love it when it's just very fresh and squirty.
Have you ever tried warming one up in the microwave?
I haven't, but I should.
Ooh, a warm cream pie is one of the best.
Ooh, that I do have a microwave right here. I could do that.
If I wish I had some on me.
Yeah, I don't have one at the moment, but it's fine. I have milkshakes and things I have access to here.
Yeah.
I always
I
like
love
with
banana
Florence to
milkshakes.
have something kind of surprising
I
come
love
out of her
banana.
mouth, like because
No,
people
like
don't
no place does
expect
banana
an
like
old lady
regularly,
to
so it's
do
so nice
innuendo.
seeing
So
just a banana milkshake.
banana milkshakes are very good for you. I pick bananas myself for those. Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Good to
it's
see you getting
sometimes
into
when
it.
my bursitis is not too bad, I can reach up into the tree. But there's one tree with a monkey in it. It's very bad. It doesn't give you any bananas at all.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I should
So
probably scarf some of this down.
yes, if you're hungry, do eat. What's your name, young man, again?
DJ.
DJ. Oh, it's lovely to meet you. I'm Florence.
Lovely to meet you.
Yes, it's been, like I said, it's been a little bit quiet, but that's okay. I've had a few customers and they've all been lovely.
Well, I think some Aussies are going to start going to bed, and the Brits are going to start waking up.
Exactly, exactly. So we've got a little changeover people are going to be waking up hungry probably. But
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, it's not that early in England. 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, it was lovely meeting you, Florence. I've got to head out. I've just noticed that the mechanics are open, and I've got a bunch of shit I got to sell.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you have a wonderful day, DJ.
You too.
She's got to eat again. Just gonna shove this old lettuce right in her gob. I've done that consistently with Florence, like set up something that sounds very innocent and then kind of come out with the innuendo, and people just laugh. They look hell. I had beautiful Boyd, who's played Dr. Nikki, in stitches one time in the hospital. Florence was getting a blood draw from Nikki, and she said, "Do you want me to count it down for you?" And she said, "Oh no, just give it a poke. I haven't had." And then I just waited a second. I said, "I haven't had a good old poke in a while," and boy just lost. She just lost, which I'm very proud of. Like I've really worked at setting that up properly so that she got the maximum bang out of that. Just I haven't had maximum bang in a while. So that's what I try to do with Florence. Is because she's an old lady and because people don't expect it from her, she does get to do that. She gets to surprise people. Ooh, that counterhead's perfect, isn't it? Look at that. Oh my god, you've been on since then? Yeah. It's nice to see you. Hi, Blood Hunter. I haven't because of Florence's kind of I had Florence on the shelf for a long, long time because we're very, very busy with Brenda when Brenda was the director of medicine. So Florence got a real backseat. She didn't get played very much at all. And I've kind of had Brenda on hiatus since she stopped being medical director. And I just am really kind of burned out with the medical RP. And I also even like took her off command. Like she isn't even on command, although she's been asked to come back on command. But I'm doing my doctor stuff over on my Red Dead server, Badger Hollow. I have a doctor over there. That's really challenging and interesting, and you do a lot of research. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and one of the things that people don't understand is that old people don't stop being people just because they're old. I can speak to this personally because I'm 60, going on 65, so I'm an old lady. And Florence is the closest in age to me of any of my freestyle characters. So I know that when I am 80, if I make it to 80, fingers crossed, that I will be saying some weird, dumb shit to people. And it's, I try to be I'm obviously more polite and not, exercise more judgment in real life than I do on Florence, but still, I know I'm going to be one of these old ladies that really confuse the heck out of people. Yeah, I got to put the cane away before I do that. Okay. And it's especially bad. Like I've always been like pretty forthright in speaking, but I was married to an artist for almost 30 years, and we're very frank speaking people. Yeah, the youngins do need to learn. Well, it's not even so much the youngins do need to learn. It's just you just don't stop being the person you are. You don't stop, and there's no need for you to stop. Like you shouldn't have to. Like I'm going to be, if I ever have to be in a home and they have a no swearing policy, I'm going to be absolutely fucked. Because who the hell can remember to not swear? And I was very much brought up in a household where swearing, like even saying, like calling people stupid was considered to be like one of the worst things you could do. And my brother used to call me stupid all the time. So, but then when we were older and I swore at my brother, he just literally went whining to our parents about it. Okay, why do we not have coffee beans, 2 bottles of water? Bottles of regular water? Because obviously bottles of this water doesn't count. We have no water. Do we not have a place where we can get bottles of water? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. No, there's nothing wrong with speaking your mind. I didn't know you had sinks that wash it. Like, we don't have this at Dory's. We don't have the sink, hand washing sink. I'd like to get one. I don't think there's a place for the bottled water, is there? You just do the soda and the mountain water here. Do the shakes here. Just the 2 shakes. I think you have to go. You have to go buy it. Yeah. Well, nobody's bought any. I actually asked for a water fountain to be put in at Doherty's after all that time of having to go to the 24/7 unlug water in the van and all that for a whole of 1.0. And then I went when Florence started working at the hen house. They could just get water. I mean, they had to pay for it, but they could just had a place where they could just get water in their kitchen. And I just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to ask for that," and I got it. So these people should ask for it. Like, why should we have to go, someplace else to buy water when we could just literally, it should be in here. Like, they could have a water fountain for staff. I guess it's a little bit tight in here. There's another sink, like literally another sink here. Ooh. Oh, you can buy cherries. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that. They should have water in here. They should really have. I didn't even know that existed. I did not know that existed. Why is it just cherries in there? $10 for a cherry. That's very expensive. Why? And I'm surprised apricots aren't there. There used to only be 3 apricot trees. Now there's 4. But that's hardly better. So it's definitely like, but on the other hand, you can gather from the 4 apricot trees and then run across to where the cherries are. And for some reason, cherries are in bushes. Okay. Cranberries are on trees and cherries are on bushes, and the world's all wrong. And everything's backwards and upside down and topsy-turvy. I was not expecting cranberries to be in trees. I do have music playing, but in streamer mode. I mean, everybody knows cherries grow on trees, cranberries are in bogs. So. It just like when you're going to look for these things, like when I think Judy and Ricky went around looking because they needed to grow the cranberries for their October special witch's brew drink that they had, and we never suspected it would be in a tree. We just looked at all the bushes in the entire farming area up here in Polito and in Grapeseed, several locations in Grapeseed, and we just couldn't find the cranberries. Then we realized they were on frickin' trees. It's like, why? Oh, and the cranberries on trees, the cherries were bushes. There's quite a few. There's twice as many. I think there's 8. There's 8 cherry bushes. Hi, Mr. Don. 8 cherry bushes, so twice as many as the apricots, but the cherries are what they have in that fridge, which is just so confusing. And they are really overpriced. And that is basically saying you need to get this at Fieldstone. $10 for a cherry is just stupid. And I don't know why it's the only thing in here. Why can't we get water? Why can't we get apricots? Why can't, like I don't, $10 for apricot is when you need apricot. An apricot is not too bad. But Florence tries to go and get the stuff. Mr. Dunn went and got like 400 chicken. Like all the reason we have chicken is because Mr. Dunn went and threw himself on a bunch of chickens. And he said, now I remember why I hate doing chickens. I'd have to try to do chickens again because I haven't tried to do chickens. I can do pigs. But the chicken's like faster. Are the chickens like harder to catch than the pigs? Because they're teeny tiny. Alright, I'm starting to get bored. When are you off work, done? I think a few hours still. Is the storage in the oven not scrollable? And what storage in the oven? Storage in the oven. The same difficulty? Okay. Yeah, this is where everything is. If that's what you mean. This is where everything is. It says prepared food, but it's everything. We have coffee beans, we just don't have water. We can't make coffee. You're out, you need 20 minutes? Okay. Florence can hang around here for another 20 minutes. And then we'd have to decide what we're going to do. It's not. I don't. I've never seen water in here. We have to fill this. Like this isn't, and we don't have any water. I don't think we've had water. Maybe I saw water when I first started working here, but I haven't seen it. And I would have thought you'd. This is where you make the pancake. I don't think anything else in here activates. How would you wash your hands there? The oven is for the bacon, chicken breast, waffles, and fries. This is the prep area for the window button. Why? This is where you slice things. Actually, technically here. This is just wash your hands. This is just the cherries. For some bizarre reason, we have a cherry store. Just sells cherries. And then back here we just have, this was a dishwasher with the door slightly ajar that people were always running into. Welcome to our nightmare of the door at Dory's. So this is just the drinks. This is just the milkshakes. This is the grill that most of the main dishes are made of. There's nothing here. This is the sink where you wash your hands. And this is the coffee machine that we can't make coffee in because we don't have any water. So I guess Florence is going to go and buy water. But it's odd that she should have to. That door is a little cursed when it's open. There's not much you can do about that. That's why you grab the paper bags. I kind of like that there's paper bags, but at the same time, it'd be nice if they had, like, they feel kind of like when they sell the Doherty's little pickup boxes, which are so cute. Have the Doherty's logo. I kind of wanted their takeout bags to be nicer. And I don't blame them. Like, they should have a cute little diner logo bag, at least. But these are things like I don't think they know that they could ask for. You know, a cute little diner logo bag would be nice. And also a water fountain in the kitchen here or someplace. Maybe not there because it would cover up the... But what if they had it back here where hardly anybody comes back here? They gave me like a really big water fountain, which is not what they had at Iron House. They didn't have a big water fountain thing. I think they just had it at a little bar sink. So. I do want to wash my hands in there. It's got dirty dishes. Yeah, so I think Florence might... There's no closed poster for the diner either. Just, Okay, so it's been over an hour. An hour and 20 minutes of Florence has been over, so I think open. So I think she might. If Mr. Dunn wasn't going to be ready to go, I was going to play Harvey for a little bit, but it's going to be ready to go. So I don't know that there's a lot of point in opening up the pub though. What would you do if I played Harvey for a while? I mean, yeah, we could do Judy and Ricky at the... I guess we could do Judy and Ricky at the dealership. Not that I think anybody really wants to buy cars, but, you know, put in some time. If you want to do that. So we didn't get a chance to do that the other day. Just going off duty. Oop. Cancel it. Oh dear. Hang on. Look in for a sec. She needs some food. Okay. I just open nuts and burger shop. And you still ask customers. All right, let's switch over to Judy. Different stream title. Yeah, my stream title said "There's Life in the Old Girl Yet" because I was really, really close to offing her. Very close to offing her. And like I said, I just had one day. You can do some recipes. Okay, if you want to do that, we can do Harvey. Hang on, let's do Harvey. We'll try Harvey. The problem with Harvey is, I mean, the whole point of Harvey is that he's NRP money, right? So basically, Harvey doesn't have anything to do if he hasn't got people. Well, thank you for following, Jimmy. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, there's 28 people on. Harvey might not work because Harvey has to find people. Well, I appreciate you following now. If Harvey doesn't find people, there's no point in playing Harvey. He has not got things to do as a character. He's just for RP with people. So there's no point in Harvey if he doesn't have people around. And there's, I could try it for a little bit. And yeah, I'll DM you if I need rescue. Mr. Dunn is working on recipes for Badger Hollow, so he's been grabbed. His talents have been noticed. He is now doing work. We'll try Harvey. We'll see. We'll see if we can get any Harvey down. He can go to Burger Shot. I'm gonna have to teleport him there because he's in Mirror Park. It's gonna take way too long for him to run over there. And that's a lot of running with nothing to do. Although he could go to Tire Nuts and see who's there. The problem with Tire Nuts is there's a lot of Australians on it this time because they're degens. They should be going to bed. And a lot of them talk about eating him, and it's just not fun. Like, it's just not fun. I don't know whether they think they're the first people to, come up with that, but there's a lot of people who just talk about eating Harvey, and it just, like, I'm over it. I just go. I just leave. I'm not gonna subject him to that. Okay, let's get ready. I'm not ready. I don't have sound pad up. Get his sounds up. Get his stream deck on so I can get his hat on. Okay, for those of you who don't know how Harvey gets downtown, I'm gonna try. But I'll just show you. Kane was wrong about how Harvey goes downtown. Harvey doesn't go all the way to the corner and take the bridge. Harvey does this. He runs through Judy, the yard between Judy and Vicky's and Iris and Kane's, and he goes down here. This is where he goes. He does not fall. He's a very sure-footed little bunny. And then he has to look for traffic, and he runs across here. He has to do this in stages, because at times of day when it's really busy, there's a lot of traffic. This is very, very dangerous to do, but not right now. I'm just showing you how Harvey gets to Doherty's, basically. Then he runs across here. It's very busy. This can be very, very busy. No. That one doesn't normally work, so he usually falls here and hurts himself. Right. If you want to go to Pizzeria, you go that way, because the pizzeria is right there. I've tried crossing in the canal various places, and it's just too much of a hassle. So, this is what he does now, as he goes across the bridge. It's just faster to get to the bridge this way than going all the way to the end of the road and hopping all that way. It's just much more direct to do it this way. So we could check out Tire Nuts, but I have not enjoyed going in Tire Nuts, unless there's a couple of people who work at Tire Nuts who are fun and nice, like Arian and, of course, Jason, Sydney. There's a bunch of people who are really great at Tire Nuts, and then there's the whole bunch of other buns who all talk about eating him, and it's just, or how gross he is, or how he's like a rat, like he's just not pleasant. So I just no vote. He's obviously a pet. He's wearing a hat, like, don't be a dick. And no, not everybody has to like him. Not everybody has to like rabbits. Just don't be cruel, and don't be I find it hard to believe that their characters are all like, I am a character who's an asshole to rabbits. You know, like, well, clearly that's not a character trait you've decided on. So try to have a slight, like, you know, it's a player. You know, it's a player. NPC rabbits don't wear hats. Like, come on, give me a chance. But then there's like, for every one of those, there's 2 or 3 other ones that go, oh my god, there's a rabbit in a hat. You know, which is nice. Yes, there is a character who is an asshole to every animal. And he has talked about eating Harvey as well. So, you know. And they were talking about that the other day about, well, it's not Mo that doesn't allow animals into PDM. And I just said, it's a good thing rabbits can't animals can't understand rules. Like, we'll come the fuck in if we want to. It's an RP. It's an RP hub. You can't keep us out of it. Go ahead and make your frickin' rules. The animals don't care. No, it's not. Daisy said in the Discord that it's not because of Mo that there's a no animal rule in PD. And I said, well, it's a good thing animals don't understand rules because, you know, literally don't care. Do not care. Plus, Harvey is exempted from that, strangely enough, because Harvey is Staten's emotional support rabbit. So he literally got an exemption from that rule. It might be because of the monkey. The monkey is very larcenous and destructive. Harvey is not destructive. Harvey doesn't go around shitting on things or disturbing things. Somebody was talking about how he shouldn't be on the counter at Doherty because they ship pellets all the time. And it's like, Harvey's a very clean rabbit. Nobody has ever seen Harvey shit a pellet. Harvey does his pellet shitting off camera. Harvey has never messed up a place with fecal matter. So this is how he goes to Doherty's. So there's Doherty's. Why did somebody put a sign on our frickin' place? I told people not to do that. God damn. I don't care if they got permission. They can do the side. They can't do the front.
Hey girl, what you doing?
I'm so annoyed by that. I want to come on Judy and just come and wipe that off.
Hey, let's
But Judy doesn't know about it yet. Harvey knows about it. Judy doesn't know. But she will know about it soon and it will be gone. Yeah, like, why bother being a dick? Yeah, you're wasting your time because they've decided to be a smartass. And honestly, I firmly maintain that, you know, we had this big discussion about you are not your character, okay, at last community meeting. That was mainly because of one player who is, I could tell, hostile, out of character, claiming constantly that he was really a nice guy. Out of character. He's not, because if you have to keep saying you're a nice guy, you're not a nice guy. Like, nice guys do not have to keep saying, really, I'm a nice guy. Really, really, I am. Wow. It sounds like they're trying to convince themselves that they're a nice guy. And it's just, you just can tell. You can tell when there's hostility. Out of character hostility. You can tell it. Aside from the fact that that particular person streamed and I was told not to watch a stream, and I was also told by people who had watched a stream that he has said really, really unkind things about players in the game. Now, that technically is not a rule violation. It's just bad manners, you know? And if you're going to do that, you can't go around telling people you're a nice guy. So, you know, which is it? You're not a nice guy if you're rude about other players on your stream. And you say really shitty things about their accents or whatever. Like, you just stop. Like, you're not a nice guy. You're not a nice guy. You don't get to call yourself a nice guy if you do that stuff. It's very simple. Oh, somebody did a construction job. We're driving. There are people on here. Harvey's very tired. We have magic water bowls, which is really nice. I don't know. I provided as Judy, I provided 2 to Puddles. I don't know if Puddles is using them or not. They're still RPing with people giving water, which Harvey will as well. If people give Harvey bottles of water, he will drink them. Hearing footsteps. Oh, it's just game sound. But it just, as an RPer, if you sense hostility, you sense that your character's not welcome, that they've somehow, come into a situation that, it's just a group of friends and they don't want you there, you just nope out of it. There's quite a few groups that are kind of like that. They're very insulated, and they kind of spoke out against that, saying you shouldn't do it. Well, it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you shouldn't do it. You should be accepting RP from all quarters, and you shouldn't be just hanging with your friend group. But there's a lot of people that I know who do that regularly, just interact with their friend groups. And I mostly know them on Harvey because my other characters aren't going to just interrupt them. But Harvey will, because Harvey doesn't give a shit either rabbit. And I just don't understand why people are so, I understand your characters are criminals, the big tough big bad guy, whatever. That doesn't give you a right to be shitty to people about disabilities, or give shitty to people about, just existing. Like, why? I don't have to do that. And it's interesting, and obviously reportable. If they do that, it's basically like, it's like the homophobia, sexism, racism. Like, if you see that stuff, you report it. You should also report it, any kind of ableism and just being generally shitty to people with physical challenges. And, it's just really shitty RP. And it's not an excuse that it's the 90s. We didn't tolerate that in the 90s. I'm here to tell you, I was in my 30s in the 90s. We didn't put up that shit. They closed, or are they still open? They're still open. Give it a shot. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but if we hear any kind of that, I'm trying to see who these people are and if they're known assholes about rabbits. I don't know. No, it's just Jason. We'll be fine.
There's a Harvey, yeah. So.
Hi,
Hey.
Harvey.
Hey, Harvey.
Good
I'm just trying to figure out how to be a mayor now. When Isaac picked me as a deputy, my whole purpose was to kind of not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like sit in the background, do some paperwork for him, help get City Hall up and running. The goal wasn't to be the mayor. There's a reason why I didn't run for mayor. The work-life balance and the stress that comes with it, So, yeah. So taking it one day at a time.
Well, shit. Someone who didn't needed more work was definitely you. So I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty transparent that if somebody takes a stab at me and wants to take me out, I'm going to resign that day. I don't give a fuck, right?
Sound a little bit
like my life and my
Not worth your
son
time.
is way more important than being the mayor of a city
just
that
me.
tries to kill off its elected officials. So
Yeah, there's
if
a lot of that.
if that
So
happens,
why the fuck would they want to murder? Like, he was getting shit done. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. I honestly don't know why. I just know that he had 2 attempts on his life. One before the election and one in City Hall a couple weeks ago, where someone tried to drown him in the
first
fountain. No one knows. They have like no leads at all on any of this. Well, they have leads, but they don't have like concrete evidence, right? And so I think that's like the hard part is.
The nice thing about Harvey is he hears everything.
A lot of times in these situations, these guys are really good at covering their tracks, and but it stresses me out. I lost one of my best friends, right? Somebody that I really cared about, and now I'm in charge of a city that I wasn't really planning on being in charge of, and I just, at the end of the day, I just want to get through these next 2 months. When the term's up, and just hope to God I do some good, and people at least understand that I'm gonna try my best, and I may not be able to deliver a lot of promises that Isaac made because I'm in a different position than he is. He had a lot of influence in certain sectors. I don't,
I mean, listen, they elected him, not you, so
I know.
no
I mean,
one can tell you that you need to be him. You're
Well-
you, not him.
I know, but he elected me as his deputy, and so he trusted me to step up in case something like this happens. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step up. It's just that I just really hope that people are understanding that I don't have that ability to do a lot of the work that he was able to accomplish. I'm gonna try my best to work with big government on certain situations that might require them stepping in, but I don't know what I can and can't push through until we get City Hall up and running. So, I'm hoping this weekend I can get a City Hall meeting tomorrow or Sunday, and maybe Sunday, and we'll go from there. And fingers crossed. I just wish that Isaac would have made it to his first City Hall meeting.
Right.
Yeah. God.
Fuck.
And the whole situation sucks and sad.
I mean, yeah.
It's hard to grieve when your phone is also like going off like every 5 seconds with people going, Isaac is dead. I was told that he would give me money for this event. Will you give me money for this event? And I'm just like, man.
Judy
8
didn't
o'clock in the
phone
morning.
and
He
say
died at 11
that.
o'clock last night. Like, give me
However,
a
we did
second, bro.
discuss it on DM.
Jesus fucking Christ.
This one's all yours. You know how to log
Look at that.
your receipts now, right? Your
Look
sales.
at that.
Do I? All right.
Do
Hi,
you?
sir. How's it going?
Hello, very hello. Well, I've been let that it's been painted here a few days ago, and now I want a stupid honk.
You want a stupid honk? All right.
Yes.
What kind of honk you looking for?
One that fits the car.
Okay, so
I think I sold this car to
Well, like a
him on
clown
Judy. Is
You
that the
think it
car
looks
that
like
I
a
sold
clown?
him on Judy?
Uh,
It is, isn't
No,
it?
it's
And
like
he just had
look
it
at
done
those
up.
options,
It
shall
looks-
we?
It looks very peaceful, like
It looks
peace
amazing.
and love and tranquility.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about. Peace and love.
Okay.
All right.
Is he?
Do we have a spare one up there?
A horn? I don't think so, no.
Your 2 cents on what? On the mirror situation? You wanted Harvey D. Jason, so I'm not sure where you're going with that.
How are you doing, Mr. Kleber?
Dr.
It
Kleber,
is,
if I mind.
Dr. Kleber? All right, sure, no problem.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I
Excellent.
definitely sold him
Good to
that
hear.
car.
How about yourself?
Yeah. I don't know.
Hanging
This
in
would
there.
be like
Taking one
a
day at a
really
time.
expensive and technical car
know.
wrap.
Why is there a rabbit on the floor with a hat on?
This is Harvey. He's a Guido bunny.
You are aware that he cannot understand you in any capacity whatsoever, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that he can't understand me. I know that he likes lettuce and carrots.
Well, of course he does. It's his natural instinct.
Yeah. So I mean, I feed him lettuce and carrots, and he hangs out here in the shop sometimes and keeps me company.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The horns are like
Why is there
$600.
so fucking many?
Judy got a clown horn put on her Faggio, and it cost $600. So expensive. But now she has a clown horn on her Faggio, and
Wait,
she painted it green.
where's the
Yeah, good.
fucking one where you can just fit them in and try it?
I
She
think you
totally
need to Get
did.
inside for this.
Oh yeah, you have to get inside and you have to try it and then like pull it out before
She
it
totally did.
installs.
Someday
Yeah.
No,
we are
but
going to get the Italians back at Faggio's Club.
weird. Swear I did this like from the outside before, but whatever.
What the hell is that? I just went over and squeaked
So
at him.
you got the car painted here?
Yes.
Huh.
Why are you asking?
Oh no, I was just curious.
Let's look at the front of this. Wow. Well, I mean, somebody can get the chameleon
Somebody wanna
paint,
get this thing repainted.
right?
Gotcha. What colors are you thinking?
I'm thinking,
I'm fucking dumb for this.
I'm thinking about
What-
so
what
there are
happened?
two colors in the car. It's
I-
the upside and the downside.
I'm
Did you install it?
fucking. Huh?
Did you install it by accident?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Why would I install it? No, I'm saying like literally. Whenever I did this before, I was doing it from the outside, and I don't know what the fuck am I supposed to do in here.
And you just use it while you're sitting in there.
How? You
Can you
can't.
hand it to me real quickly. Let me take a. Are you clocked in?
Yes, I am.
Okay, just double checking. Here, let me take a peek at it real quick.
It's alright. Just forget the honk. Let's resprain it.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, this is what I usually do. I just have it in my hand, and I used to be able to just like, oh yeah, that's the stock. The prop. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so there's. Let's see here.
Well, if
I
I'm
like the,
repainting the car, I can't decide
like the
yet
Rims
which
being blue
one
like
would be
that. That's
fitting.
really pretty.
So we will need to repaint it and then decide. which
My,
one
there's
will be
so much you
fitting.
could do with this car. Holy cow.
Yeah,
I
the
don't want
problem
one.
is we're only gonna be hearing
Honk
the stock one,
okay.
Jason.
Horn okay, please.
Oh, that's okay.
Why does it say horn okay,
What?
please?
What style of horn are you looking for?
Well, it depends on how we're gonna paint the car, so I can't decide that yet.
Right.
But he doesn't like this.
Okay. Well, how
This
about
is
this?
so
Work
not
with Warrior,
him.
one of my
I don't
best
know why
artists.
he's. Well,
We'll get it
I mean,
painted up for
maybe it
you,
is him. I don't
and then
know what
we'll
his.
figure out the
I
perfect
don't
one.
know what his flavor character is like. He's a
okay.
very stern psychiatrist. Like you saw
so-
how he corrected Jason
Alright, so this is obviously outrageous.
when he called him Mister instead
Um,
of Doctor.
Let's it was fun while it lasted, but I think we need to go a different direction.
Okay, so
So this is practically a very classical car, and I think
Mhm.
it has a differentiation between the top here and the lower body. I'm not sure
Mhm.
though. No, it doesn't actually.
Yeah, well, it did when
So
it
I
came
would like to
out.
go with a dark green, maybe.
dark green. Okay, and would you like a black top? Is that it?
No, not necessarily. I want to turn it back into the classical it was.
Okay.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to. If it's not a two-tone car, it came out. Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Ah, look at that. Yes. Maybe a
Is this
little
what
bit-
you want? Okay.
This is more like it. Yes.
It came out kind
Okay,
of
Well, I mean, we got a couple of
red,
greens,
like it was a
racing green.
Merlot
It's a
or
little lighter.
darker, and then it was beige on top or gray on top, something like that when it came out.
How about the? Oh, this one is nice.
Okay.
That's a nice
I
green.
Sea
like this
green.
one. Yes.
Okay.
That's a nice green.
Can you do like the top in the cream color?
That would be nice and
Sure
classic.
can. We
That
can
would
take a
be
look at one.
classic. That is very not. That wasn't the livery I would have expected for him. That's quite nice.
However, this is ice white.
I don't know about ice white.
Okay. Bleached brown.
Yeah, this looks like it fits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That might have been what it was
shade darker
before.
with sandy brown.
What do you think?
Literally the color he was wearing on his jacket. He could do it in brown and that,
This is
and he
bleach
would
brown.
look like
This
his
is the
jacket.
lightest. Sandy brown.
Hmm.
This one is not as vibrant.
I think bleach would be good. The lightest one.
Mm-hmm.
Which
But
green is
maybe-
that, by the way?
This is sea green.
Oh, okay.
But so the lightest one, but try matte for the top.
All right.
Like fucking cream.
Okay.
Like a cream, maybe. Yeah. Maybe I'll cream on the inside.
I feel like this rabbit is commenting on the decisions I make.
It's all fixed up. It's only gonna cost you 100. Yeah, that's it. You want to cash your car?
Bleached brown. Say what you wanted for a second?
Matte, bleach brown
Matte,
matte. at the
Okay.
top.
There that might not be a thing, but we'll take a look.
Okay.
There's desert tan and matte.
All right, let me just wash it up for you real quick.
There's not really any browns with matte colors.
I mean, that doesn't look too bad, does it?
No, but I would definitely take the shine off of it with the
The pearlescence, you mean?
yeah the pearlescent.
Yes, we should change the pearlescence, definitely.
Okay. And what kind of pearlescent you think you'd like?
Maybe something that makes it a little darker, you know, maybe a green, a dark green or something.
Well, here's
So
the
it fits
thing. The green is gonna show up probably on the roof. So let's see. Let me see if we can shine something on it.
So this is stock, and this is.
Yeah,
twin chrome.
it's gonna show up on the roof.
That's the only option I get.
If you just want it to disappear, but then it doesn't pop
This is
anymore.
the bobber tank. This is
Here's
stock.
DJ. We met him on Florence.
With
and
with
this side.
anthracite, I can
Let's see
make
what's
it
going on over
pop a
here.
little bit more.
Pop the cells back on for me for a sec.
Pop the cells back.
So this is just this is
Yeah.
just black.
We'll see
and
how low
this is
they set.
anthracite black. So it takes a so there's no color, but it makes it pop a little bit.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I like it. I like the pop. You're doing good.
Actually, yeah, I kind of want saddlebags, but I'm gonna keep the fucking exhaust as it is because the other one just
So,
doesn't
sea
look
green,
nice.
desert tan.
I've seen
and
people with some
anthracite black.
really dumb
They're pretty much
exhausts on here.
Perfect.
And since
Okay.
Real dumb.
since I do make a decent amount of money as a psychiatrist, but not
It's,
that
uh,
much, I will
this thing
skip
cuts
on
it.
the
It's $250 for the
on the
saddlebags.
house
If you're
for
okay
now.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah. it's
All
easy.
right. Sure. Let me
Just
just
grab the cash again.
tally this up.
Do you want me to drive it into the
Freeway.
spraying area?
Oh no, you're fine.
All right.
I'll push it for
Western
record.
Freeway? Is that a PDM bike?
Hang
I'll go
on,
in.
fucking fingers fumbling that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab them upstairs.
Easy.
All right. So your total is gonna be 300 for
Do
this.
you want attention, don't you?
That's good.
All right.
You want attention.
Oh, actually, since we gotta remove the wrap, that's gonna cost
There you go.
an extra. Hold on, I forgot about that.
All right, there you go, boss man. Just make sure to park it up, okay?
Will do.
It's gonna
That's
be
nice.
580.
All right, I gotta run next door.
580.
I'll be right back, Harvey.
Easy.
Yeah, because
There is a
Getting-
considerable jump. That means I need to go to the bank and get my paycheck.
okay.
Be right back. Just let
You
me
wanna go
get
for a
in
ride?
and give me my
Yeah, of
money.
course, of course.
You gonna go for a ride, Harvey? I can toss you on a saddlebag. Get your head poking out.
That's a two-seater.
Look
Wait,
cool
you
as
can
all
get you can get those bags on it. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh, another thing is you can't fit a second person on there, but you can fit a second
I
person. on the fucking
I
thing.
hate the fact that you can't put a second person
You
on
can't
it.
put a second person on it?
But you
'Cause if-
can have a pillion on.
It
what is
looks
fucking-
like you can.
There's a weird one that's got a weird ass like spike on the arse end for the
Yeah, and
mud
you can
flap,
have a
and you
person
can
on
sit a
that
person
one.
on
Yeah.
that spike.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
You can sit a person
Damn,
on
I
the spike, but
kinda
you can't
actually
can't
like-
two people on that.
You know,
Okay,
I
never
kind of
mind.
actually like those bags.
Yeah. That's
I
what-
wish I
that's
could
what I was
put
looking at.
fucking bags on mine, but I can't.
Nah. Yeah, it would look nice with a set of bags.
It's cheap, yeah. That's a nice bike. I mean, Judy is an angel. I just kind of want Florence to get a bike. No. that she has AOD as her grandchildren. I don't know what time they do their
I know.
ride though. I don't remember.
Sucks, unfortunately. No, just try and fit Harvey in one of the saddlebags.
Yeah, that's if it's a 2-seater, it's a 1-seater. It's not gonna work. He would have to carry me, and I don't think it'd be very natural. I'm gonna stick with Jason, I think.
Why do bikes always look so weird in red compared to like every other color?
Weird?
Not weird as in weird, but weird as in like you notice when it's in red.
How do you mean?
It might just be me. It might just be me, but like I think red
It's
and
just you.
like Kawasaki green, like you know.
What else is open?
Like you notice that color.
Burger Shot's still open.
Like,
It's so
I'll
far
be
away.
right back
though.
in a second.
It's so far away though.
I'll be right back, Laura.
I think I'm gonna.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Oop, Harvey, don't run
don't
into
know.
the motorcycle steer.
I'm just looking at stuff because. Ooh, actually, this one's pretty nice.
I don't think I want him to run all the way to Burger Shot, but I can get him to teleport to his Spoochie, so I might do that. I don't teleport that much, but honestly, sometimes it's just very, very tiresome. I was really mad the other day because I had Harvey run all the way to had Harvey run all the way from home to Tire Nuts, much like I did today. And when I got there, there was somebody doing up one of the hearses, and they were playing Addams Family music, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be fun. And then they were all like really shitty to him, so I just like, oh fuck it. And then I basically just ran around the corner, teleported him home, and stopped playing him because it's just like it's very discouraging. You're there to try to get some RP. You're there to try to give RP because basically the animals are there to give people RP, and to get that kind of reception and just get really shut down and insulted, and it's like it was just kind of shitty. And I thought, well, all right. I mean, like I said, not everybody has to like the animals, but just try not to be a dick. Like, just don't. And it's not funny. They think they're being very creative and funny and original to talk about eating them, and it's like literally hears that every day. So why? You know, it's not actually original, funny, or unique at all. It's not special. Just like. And when Harvey was in Polito with Blackmire, he never heard that stuff. Oh, just one of the many occasions where somebody's talked about eating Harvey. And just been really kind of shitty about it. You know, it's just kind of... It's just not very much fun. So I just now, if people start talking about eating him, I just leave. And I could hear sometimes other characters say to them, why'd you do that? That's so mean. It's obviously somebody's pet. Why are you being so shitty? So people get it. Like, they get that it's a hostile kind of thing. And that he's not... And it's not like he understands the words. Harvey doesn't understand what they're saying, but he understands the hostility. He can feel the hostility. So he's not a stupid rabbit. Harvey actually does have a fairly large vocabulary of words he understands. He used to belong to a magician, and he used to be a rabbit in a magic act. So he has quite a long, and he was raised as, you know, from a baby to do that. He has quite a big list of words that he understands. He's got quite a lot of understanding of people because he spent a lot of time around lots of people. He was bred in captivity, and he's always been a pet, and he understands what he can do to make people feel better because he's a puka. He's a puka who, it's always a bit risky again, also with food establishments. So sometimes people really freak out because there's a filthy rabbit in their food establishment. And that's kind of annoying. Literally, there's no indication this rabbit is filthy. Yes. I've noticed that no, I wouldn't say hallway, but it sounds a little buzzy. I don't know what it is. It sounds different today. I was almost going to DM you and say, is there something up with your mic? I don't know if these doors don't open, right? Yeah, they don't open. They're open? Yeah, I guess he's got to go in the front. There is something different about your mic today. My voice is different? Oh no, because I was going to say Harvey didn't speak. I didn't realize who I was talking to. It sounded like there was a little buzz or a rattle or something. I don't know what to tell you. There's something different about it today. Oh, here we go. See if we can get some love in here.
I know I had one time when I didn't go to it, but another officer did, and somebody fell down my ladder, and then a 911 call came in about 10 minutes later going, help, I've fallen again.
Yeah,
or something like that.
That might have been us, but it was me that fell down the first time, and then David.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell you. It just sounds a bit different today.
Construction site, and David just fell, and he had to come back.
Like if you go back on my VOD, you can hear it. It's and I even say there's like a little buzz or something.
You have a friend behind you.
What? Oh my god, where did you come from? I'm not schizophrenic. I was telling another officer about this rabbit view, but earlier it went into a pub. Yeah, and then I was like, officer rabbit with like a Michael Jackson type of hat on. He goes, no, I don't believe you.
This is not a Michael Jackson hat.
Called.
What are you
and the person behind the thing.
Hi, classy.
I think she's new. She's in a wheelchair.
She's not new.
I've not met her, I don't think.
She's very not new.
There was like, no, I don't know what you're on about, a rabbit. So I look like a proper dickhead.
Yeah, it's Puddles.
This is not Puddles.
Why is it purring? I thought that's what cats do. What's a
rabbits purr by rubbing their teeth together. It's not a throat purr. It's not Puddles. I'm not.
Yeah. That's not Puddles. That's Harvey.
Oh,
all I know is it's a rabbit. It's a rabbit with a hat.
That's Harvey. Let me go and grab some.
I've never seen another rabbit that isn't Puddles, so I didn't realize there was one.
He's got all 4 of his legs. I don't know. I can't check my set condition because yeah, I know they were talking about Puddles. They were talking about Puddles, and Puddles doesn't. Puddles has a cow. Obviously, Puddles has a cowboy hat. Puddles has this hat.
Hello, Harvey.
Sorry, Harvey. I didn't realise.
He sent a little ball over here for you.
We've had a lot of animals in here recently. We had Tenny in here yesterday.
Can I actually put food down? Oh.
Well, that should keep you going, Harvey.
Yeah, I mean, the other day, it was not yesterday, but the day
Can't
before.
Eat the lettuce, unfortunately, but I will
very,
eat
like, early.
one of these.
There was a cow in the city somehow. Where did it come from? I don't know. What was a cow?
There was a cow in the city?
Yeah, there was a cow. It ended up getting killed and turned into mincemeat.
Oh, we might serve that to someone.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Must have been hungry, poor thing.
Must have been. At least he's not making a mess like Tenny did.
Tenny, God. Tenny's
like
food goes everywhere.
Oh, no, it's alright. One of the, what's the dog's name now? Beans. The canine Beans the other day was, because I was in the ICU the night before, and then I came on duty afterwards.
Why is that
and I didn't have time to shower. So then Beans threw up on the floor, licked up its vomit, and then licked my face.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And then it farted and pissed on me.
Oh, lovely.
I was thinking about adopting Beans as well, because Beans is lonely, but I don't think I want to anymore.
What type of dog is Beans? I've not met
It's
Beans
a
before.
Good little rabbit.
It's a German Shepherd.
Right, because I've met
Yeah.
Goose, and I've met
There's
Tenny,
who else?
and
I forgot the
Ajax,
other
and
one.
Bark Twain.
Yeah, Ajax. That's it.
Hello, Harvey. Nice to meet
EMS
you.
had one ugly ass dog yesterday, well, the other day as well. It looked dead.
Oh,
One of them was holding it, and it genuinely looked dead. It
What
didn't
type
like
of dog
me
was it?
at all. I don't know. It was like it was like a pug, but it wasn't a pug.
Oh, I know who that is. I can't
It
think
was
of the
the
name.
it was the blonde doctor who was holding it.
I
Yeah.
know.
Anthrax. Is he talking
Keelan
about
mentioned that dog
anthrax?
to us at one
Yeah,
point,
Frenchie.
It's
oh,
ugly.
hang on. Is that Anthrax?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
it.
That's it. Anthrax.
Yeah,
it's an ugly ass
it's
dog.
a Frenchie. French bulldog.
Yeah, the doctor picked it up and it just looked dead. I went to go pay it and it growled. So
Oh. I feel like Harvey might know who Anthrax is.
Yeah, anthrax is a pal. Anthrax is a real pal
I've
of
not met
Harvey.
Anthrax yet.
yeah, Anthrax
Anthrax
don't
is
like me.
so cute. Anthrax has got like
That's
the
maybe 'cause you thought he
huge,
looked dead.
huge eyes.
No, even before I said that's one ugly ass dog.
I
It didn't
love
like me.
Anthrax.
Oh.
I went to go pet it.
Oh
and
my
it started
god!
growling.
What a weird thing.
Oh,
Wow.
right, okay. To be fair, I'd probably growl at people if my name was Anthrax.
Well, yeah, like, it's fair. It's not the very most, you know.
You know.
It's not the nicest name out there.
But I found
I'm glad you figured out what it was.
Tenny and Goose down at PDM one night separately, so I ended up taking them both back to the hospital. That's how I met Tenny and Goose.
Oh my god. I don't
The
think I've
animal
met those two.
taxi. Oh, Tenny's the cat, Dr.
Oh,
Tennyson.
I'd say address him by his proper title.
What's his surname? I couldn't remember it.
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, Dr. Tennyson. Usually at the
Dr.
hospital.
Tennyson. Yeah, he's the cutest. And Goose is like a is Goose a golden retriever or a
I
lab?
think
Yeah,
so,
he's a
yeah.
golden.
One of them.
Goose
Who's
I
is
don't
of
think I've
course
met
played
Goose.
by a Rusty Trekkie.
Goose is really cute.
And his son, of course, played by New
I think
Classic.
Goose is what's she called? One of the
My
My
other names.
pals. My
Oh,
chums. As animals and not as animals.
I can't remember her name.
I love how like European
It was
this
one of the names
is,
back in
labeling
95,
the
can't remember her
bathroom
name.
as the WC.
Goose
The way you
says that
say,
same
as we
as
say in
Tenny.
Holland, and it's just so not American to
don't
call it
know.
a water
Yeah,
closet.
because I remember when I looked at the tags.
Very
when
not
I
like it would
was
never
taxiing
have a
them,
label
it
like
was the
that
same
in an
person, that's why
American
I took
place.
Goose to the
It's a
hospital as well.
toilet or
Oh, okay.
you know, something.
What's the other
Restrooms.
ones, David? So you got to call her one.
Don't especially rest in them. Bathroom,
Kid
especially
Naris.
bathroom. Them. Yep.
You having fun? Yeah, I agree. That wasn't nice.
That was a
Yeah,
noise.
that was a very loud
Yeah.
noise.
I think that was a yes, Clay.
The day I see a snake is the day I'm freaking the fuck out.
Well, I've heard cougars have
Harvey
been
has
released
this
again.
little things
Yeah, I've had multiple calls about it today.
he thinks
Steers
that
as well,
circling
apparently, I've
people
seen.
is a
Yeah,
little
people have,
spell that
been
he
going hunting
does,
and
and
stuff
he
again.
I mean, the
likes to
deer,
circle
people have been going
people
hunting
for
for a
good
hot
luck.
minute.
If
I've
he
seen
likes people, he will
coyotes up
circle
in.
them
I almost ran
for
a coyote
good
going
luck.
to
So
BCSO station
we'll
earlier.
do a few circles here.
I think
See,
almost
I've-
ate shit.
It's like a little puka
I've
spell.
never seen a cougar before.
Of course, it doesn't
Yeah,
make
we've
any
had a
difference
lot
one
of
way or the
calls.
other.
We've had a lot of shots
Practically,
fired
but
coming
to
from the one
Harvey,
we had
he's
today
doing a
because of
If you
magic.
see one,
Doing a
shoot it
magic.
immediately.
Yeah, don't
What if
don't
I'm
try.
like on my bike or something?
That'll be fine. it won't
Yeah,
touch you.
you're fine. They're
Right,
usually
okay.
scared of vehicles.
Okay, that's fine then. Harvey, make sure you're careful. Don't find any cougars.
Yes.
They'll be nasty to you. You don't want that.
Yeah, it was weird not seeing any wildlife kind of up north.
I knew that the wildlife
Deers
was
are the
back
only ones
yesterday
that
because
still
Florence
see.
drove past like 6 deer in this small stretch of road on
I
North
met a crow the other day.
Philadelphia.
That was interesting.
Met a crow?
Yeah, well, no, it's more like I was looking for a bullet casing, and there was a crow in the middle of a road, so I just sat next to it and took a photo.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Did it fly away for some reason? No, it didn't. But it's my new friend. I've not seen it since. Probably been eaten by an eagle or something. It was in Polito, so it's probably been eaten by the people who live in Polito.
Yeah,
One or the other. Eaten by the residents or another bigger animal.
Actually, Pluto ain't that bad. Sandy's a bit. Yeah.
Ooh. Grapeseed as well. Don't talk about
Soon,
grapeseed.
Lucifer's disciples have got their clubhouse there now again.
Yeah, I heard something about that. I know
Yeah,
that's
their
where Melvin
other
and his goons
their
got
old
theirs.
MLO
In that big, in the
was
O'Neill
taken
house.
away. So I don't
Oh,
know.
the big
Yeah.
old house, yeah.
The amount of times we've had to storm that building since they've been living there is crazy. No clue how I've still got access to it. Surprised the
Maybe just be
landlord's not taking keys yet.
One thing for us to be careful of if we're going farming up there for ingredients.
Yeah,
Right,
that is
where's
one
that?
thing. Apple trees. Do not go picking up their apple trees if you know they're about. A few weeks ago, we had a BCSO deputy off duty with his fiance. He was caught picking apples in the apple trees outside their house, and he got tortured and kidnapped for it.
Is this the
What?
crazy cult that Lucy was telling me about the other day? When
The
I got
Melvin
them to go up
ones.
and milk the
Yeah.
cows with me.
Yeah, they will just like start shit for no reason because of the
That
water.
makes a lot more sense. I was
Judy
like, I
gets
haven't
checked
seen
all the
anybody while
time
I've
when
been up
she's
Yeah.
doing
If
cows.
It's the
anybody
house next to the
approaches you-
seed guy. Be careful.
Yeah.
around
here.
there.
Right, okay. Like where that big red.
The big red
When
barn.
When they
and then,
came
like,
up and talked to
Yeah.
Florence because there was a
If you see
fire
anybody
at
from
that
a house
house last
approaching you,
night.
Right.
either speak to them and try to calm it down, or just run away.
Yeah.
Because they will most
See, I
likely
think
kidnap and
Florence
torture
will
you
be
for it.
okay and Judy will be okay because Judy knows them all.
Great.
Judy's fine with them.
Yeah, don't pick their apples. If they're not, it's not even their apples. They just don't like it.
I haven't touched the apples. It's the cows and the chickens I've been.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the chickens are. The cows I know, and the pigs I know.
The chickens are on the other side of the pigs.
Well, the
I don't really
chickens
do
are
much up
opposite
to
where the cows are.
Oh,
Like, they're
okay.
literally just up from that, like a bit closer to where that big red barn is.
Yeah. Obviously, I do jack shit off duty. When I'm awake, I'm usually either on duty or just when I'm on duty. There we
But
go.
the reason I've been up there is because we'd sold so much stuff, we ran out of stock. So I've been restocking for us. While we were waiting for the farm order. So I was like milking the cows to make cheese.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say, is there no
stuff like
like
that.
a company you can order through?
Yeah, we order it
Like
from
mass.
Mundo Farms.
Yeah.
But because we order so much, it takes them a few days to be able to gather it all for us. So we kind of just do
Yeah.
little top ups in between of stuff we're running out of until we
Just
get
so
the big
you're
order
still
in.
up there, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
mostly because like this place wasn't open that much like before we took over, so like they hadn't really gotten the stock that.
What was Lenny like when you called him to the office? How have
yeah,
you
so
used
I
all
called-
that food already?
He was like, "How the fuck have you used all that food already?" I was like, "Well, we had an event, and then it's been busy, and because we
Yeah.
literally they delivered like their standard order because it had been ordered by Isaac before we took over, and we used it in a day, didn't we?"
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, are you guys sponsoring the fight night?
We
Yes.
When is that tonight or is that tomorrow?
Tonight, I think, innit? I'm not
Tonight.
sure, actually.
I'm not sure.
I know there's
I
two
can't
of them.
remember.
There's the one with
Yeah,
the
the AOD one's next week.
Yeah, the AOD one. The AOD poster's cool as fuck. And then there's the I'll just
Yeah,
call them the
it's a good
Spanish
poster.
MC. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
LSV.
LSV them lot.
Don't know what it stands for, but
No clue.
yeah, it's one of our friends is actually running it. It's just at their compound.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
it Los Santos Vegas or something?
No,
Something-
no, it's
something- I
not.
think it's something in Spanish. One of the words.
Yeah, it's like
It's
that's
the
a
old
Mexican MC,
bloods,
isn't
like
it? So-
sangres
yeah.
viejos. Viejo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it means the old blood.
It's tonight,
I've just
yeah.
remembered, yeah.
See, one thing what people do is they take events.
I
as
don't
an
know if
advantage
I
to, like,
can't believe that
robberies. They
Cecil
do,
would
like,
have put
mass
that big
grabs
poster
and
in
shit.
front of Doherty's. I think
So
they
we're
know
sponsoring
better,
it,
so
but
I'd
we're
really
not there.
surprised
We're
there's
not,
a
like, providing
poster in
food or
front of
anything
Doherty's.
because
But
it's in the
Judy
LSV
wants to go
compound,
and
so.
take that
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
I don't
just
mind
gives it-
people
they've got
posting on the
priorities in
side by
there.
the parking.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
front
yeah.
is mine.
haven't actually been. I need to go down to spoke to their Prez watchdog.
Ron is mine.
that was
They can
me.
park on. They can put their
yeah,
stuff
well,
on the
Conversions,
yeah. I
parking
want to go
lot
and work
side,
out what they've got because I
but
work at
not
PDA
the
and it's good
front.
to know what all the different conversions are for
Not
people
the
coming in.
not
so
the
they know
front.
what bikes
I
to
get the
buy.
front. That's mine.
I want to go down there at some point as well because they do the Cali, don't they?
Yes, the Cali,
Alright.
and they do the Viquero that I want.
Oh yeah, we both. Do you know what the Cali is converted out of?
I can still use the control.
I
I thought if
think
you
it's
had
an
the controls, you
Angel, I
couldn't
can't-
use
I've
them.
got a feeling
Oh,
that you did
no.
say before it is.
No, I think the Angel's the
Oh,
Kraken.
you can't take the
Because I was
picture.
keeping my Angel for something.
No, it can convert into a Duke up. No,
Oh,
I
you-
just can't
Yeah, I
remember
know that
what.
one. But
What
the
they
Duke's
get.
not really my like. I like it, but it's not really my.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
kind of
give
style.
Watchdog a call next week when we're back around, and he said we could go down, have a couple of drinks, and
think he's
shows all the
gonna,
bikes and everything. So
Eve.
Yeah, that'd be cool because I really did like that Cali.
yeah, they do have some really nice bikes. You okay, Harvey? Wanting to go off on your adventures? Get out the door. Ah, he's good.
Harvey has friends all over the place, which is really nice. He's got, I mean, there's some people who don't know him and don't like him. And he has so many friends, and I don't know all their names, but I think I'm gonna just park him here. I'll just park him in here. This guy, and we're just gonna hang out with this guy a bit. I'm gonna go on Judy. I think. I'm gonna switch over to Judy. I don't know if Dunn's around to do, but we're gonna switch over to Judy. Got a chance to hang out with two of the groups of people who are on the server, so that's good. I have way too many windows open in my way. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna just very quickly grab something to eat because I haven't had anything to eat today. So let me just grab a have something to eat, and I will be right there. I'm gonna play you a little AI song about Harvey and about Doherty's. A couple little AI songs. Be right back.
In the heart of Los Santos, where the neon lights still glow, Judy's red hair like sunset, Ricky's laugh the night's best show. West Virginia gave a fire, he came from Bulgaria's shores. Together they made magic behind those polished wooden doors. At Doherty's we all belong, with a pint and Irish song. Married redheads run the show, in this cozy pub we know. Jukebox plays old classics as laughter fills the air. No one cares about their roots, it's the love that they both share. People come from far and wide to feel the warmth inside. Not a drop of Irish blood, but their hearts beat with the flood. At Doherty's we all belong, with a pint and Irish song. Married redheads run the show, in this cozy pub we know. With a pint and Irish song, married redheads run the show, in this cozy pub we know. Jukebox plays old classics as laughter fills the air. No one cares about their roots, it's the love that they both share. People come from far and wide to feel the warmth inside. Not a drop of Irish blood, but their hearts beat with the flood. At Doherty's we all belong, with a pint and Irish song. Married redheads run the show, in this cozy pub we know.
Harvey's hopping through Los Santos, yeah, with a
magic leads the way. Friendly bunny helping out. No more worries, no more doubt. Kane and Iris, Sam and Elle, watching Harvey casting spells. In Los Santos, life's a blast, with a rabbit running fast. Hop, hop, Harvey spread the cheer in the big city, far and near. Tiny hat and all his charm, keeping everyone from harm. Harvey's got a cowboy hat fit for Rabbit King. Puka magic in his step, Los Santos starts to sing. Hopping through the city streets, making worries small. Kane and Iris and Elena love him most of all. In the park he spreads delight, where laughs and cheers abound. People see that cowboy hat, no joy is coming around. Helpful Harvey lending ears and lifting spirits high. With a twitch, a nod, a wink, he sends your troubles by. Hey Harvey, hop, don't you stop. Cowboy hats on top, make 'em pop. Hop around and spread the cheer. Every heart you lift in here. Sunny days or rainy nights, he keeps the spirits light. Los Santos knows its lucky charm, with kindness taking flight. From the old to young alike, his magic feels so real. Kane and Iris, Sam and Elena know the happy deal. Harvey's heart as big as night, all the stars in view. With a hat that's smart and a hop that's right, he paints the city blue. Every corner, every street, his smile guides the way, bringing sunshine with his feet, even on the cloudy day. Hey Harvey, hop, don't you stop. Cowboy hats on top, make 'em pop. Hop around and spread the cheer. Every heart you lift in here. Lift in here. Lift in here. Judy and Ricky in Mirror Park, redhead blazing like a spark. Running the hurdies in Mission Row, where the friends and laughter flow. They got a rabbit named Puddles too, hopping around with a joyful view. In the pub, the nights are long, singing old Irish songs. Love in the air at Mirror Park, shining brighter when it's dark. Dirty's Bob and a rabbit named Puddles, life's a dance in an Irish cuddle. Weekends busy at their place, familiar smiles on every face. Pouring pints and sharing tales, in the pub love never fails. Mirror Park's got their beating heart, from dawn till dusk they'll never part. Ricky's laugh and Judy's cheer echo louder year by year. Friends gather at the hoodies glow, Irish tunes that ebb and flow. Puddles hopping near the bar, life's a ride and they've come far.
Okay, I'm running into a little bit of trouble. 5M isn't going to run for me. I tried to run it as an administrator. It's not running. It's not loading. And the only thing I can do, as far as I know, is to reboot my computer because I can't run it at all. And it's done this a bunch of times. So I will be right back. I am going to have to reboot my computer. I will be back. I promise. I will be back as soon as possible. Okay.